MG, making moves, flipping real estate. We building wealth, get your minds right and elevate. It's the mortgage king, we do it truly, bro. Dropping gems like a thief up in the jewelry cell. Wealth building equity in real estate, the mission. Collaboration is greater than competition.
YouTube, what's going on? Matt Garland here, NMLS number 58700, but better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. So we are back, MG Live at 5, as promised, right? So MG Live at 5 is going to be a daily show that I do. That's right, you heard it here first. I will be on your YouTube channel every single day, 5 days a week. Well, except for when I'm traveling. Let me not even hold you guys up. You already know I move and shake around the country. We got so much things happening. When I'm not traveling, I'm going to be on the YouTube channel, MG Live at 5, Q&A segments. Last night we did a Q&A segment. It was phenomenal. We had some great questions, and I had so many DMs and emails last night from folks. Tooks, put the email up. I had so many folks that was emailing and saying how helpful. How come I can't see it here on the screen? There we go. I had so many folks that was emailing me yesterday saying that they love the Q&A segment. Can we continue to do this more often? And I said, you know what? I see a lot of people got value from that, and let's do it. Hold on one second. Yo, I'm on YouTube Live right now. Talk to me real quick.
When you're gonna be finished? Because I want to just do a test. Because I don't have no speakers, so I want to do a test real quick.
I'm gonna be off here in 20 minutes.
All right.
And then I'll hit you right back. All right. See, this is live, right? So we got Rants and Gems coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Earn Your Leisure's channel. Tonight we're gonna talk about Black history. It's going to be a great episode, so I want y'all to tap in with that. But again, like I said, MG Live at 5 is going to come at least 3 to 4 days a week, Monday through Friday. And we're going to talk about topics, but mainly I want it to be Q&A. I want you guys to be the stars of the show. I want to answer your questions. I want the audience, whoever's going to watch this, to get value from it. I just don't want to sit here and ramble and talk about what I want to talk about. Since you guys support me so much, I want to help you guys. So if you're in the process of getting a deal done, right? You're in contract, you want to get pre-approved, you want to get refinance, you want a second opinion, email garlandgroup@unmb.com. Make the subject YouTube. Make the subject YouTube, and me and my team will help you. All right. So in the chat, as always, where are you from? I want to know where the audience is from, who's tapping in with me. Where you from? Put it in the comments below, and let's get you guys on with me. Let's get your questions asked and answered too. So let's put the link in there. I'm gonna go on my YouTube channel, and I am going to pin it. So if you got any questions, any concerns, anything you want to talk about today on MG Live at 5, we can talk about it. Right? So you put the link in there already?
Yeah, it's in there.
All right. And FEMA, Erica says she is from Texas. What part of Texas are you from, Queen? Shout out to Texas. I'm actually going to be in Texas soon. I can't tell you where I'm going to be at yet because I've been sworn to secrecy until we announce it. I'll be in Texas actually a couple times in the next couple months. So shout out to everybody in the comments. I just pinned the link. If you got any questions, any concerns, let's jump on here. Let's get your questions asked and answered. Make sure, here's the house rules. Make sure you got some headphones on, some AirPods. Make sure your camera's on. Make sure you got good lighting and ask your questions. I'm only going to be on here for 20 minutes today because I got another show I got to do on Earn Your Leisure's YouTube channel. And I want you guys to get your questions answered. All right, so Efima says she's from, put that on screen. She's from McAllen, Texas, is at the bottom. McAllen, Texas, near the border. I'm from Chicago, but here for work. Well, shout out to you. Shout out to the shop. I rock with Chicago. Let's get Edwin Torres' question up on here. He says, Edwin Torres says, do you need reserves if you're trying to do a cash out 3-family on a cash out on a 3-family owner occupied? Absolutely, Edwin. That is definitely a good question. Great question. You're definitely going to need reserves. Depending on how many properties you own will determine the exact amount. But at a very minimum, you might need at least 3 months concern reserves. Maximum will probably be 6 months, right? Just depending on the product and the program that you are going for. But you're definitely going to need some reserves. Now, the reserves don't have to be liquid, Edwin. The reserves can be in your brokerage account. It could be in your IRA, 401k, your E-Trade, whatever it is. But you're definitely going to need some reserves when you're trying to do a cash out refinance on a multifamily property. But good question. What else we got going on? Who else in here? Remember, link is in the comments. It's pinned if you want to join. We got Atlanta, Georgia in the house. Edwin Torres says he's from the Bronx. Aisha DaCosta says she's from Maryland. I like Maryland. Maryland's a good state. I got family in Maryland. Shout out to the DMV. I'm actually coming to DMV soon. I can't announce that stuff yet, but coming soon. Shout out to Shanika Thompson. She's in the Bay Area. Now, we did the Home Buying Expo in December. Shout out to my partners, EYL. We did the Home Buying Expo in Oakland. That was the first stop for the Home Buying Expo. We had about 1,500 people that came to Oakland. It was a phenomenal event. Shout out to our sponsors, JP Morgan Chase. Shout out to Nicole, Justin, and the whole JP Morgan Chase team. We actually had a great conversation with them today. So we're about to announce some more dates for a couple more cities for the Home Buying Expo this year. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. We got Arizona in the building. We got Chicago in the building. We got Brooklyn in the building. Shout out to Kim. How are you doing today? Julio, what is up? And Anthony says he's from Little Rock, Arkansas. So shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas in the building. All right. Shanika Thompson, put that on the screen. What that say? She says, I was there, but at my table. I miss you. Shanika, I miss you too. Shanika, can you come on with this for me? Come on live with me real quick. I want to hear how your experience was at this Home Buying Expo, because you was at the table. So I was inside most of the time, so I didn't really get to see what was going on. The link is pinned to come in. So if you can grace me, is that the right way to say it? Grace me with your presence? Bless me with your presence. That's how you should say it?
Yeah, I think so.
So Shanika, if you can do me the honor and bless us with your presence, because I would love to talk to you about your experience at the Home Buying Expo tour in the Bay Area, because we might be coming back there. So click the link if you want to come on board. Britt is from Dallas. Shout out to Dallas in the building. I like Dallas. Dallas has good barbecue. I like Dallas. I got to get to Dallas. Shout out to Little Rock. Jermaine got a question. Jermaine Womack. Let's see what Jermaine Womack is talking about. He says, can you use a construction to permanent loan to build a quad as a primary? Probably not. It all going to depend on the lender, but I can probably tell you probably not. A lot of lenders who are doing construction to permanent for primary residence probably won't build that. More so hard money will probably build. But construction to perm is really more of a single family product, maybe a duplex, but a quad might be difficult. You might have to seek out some private financing for that type of deal, which will probably be a lot more expensive interest rate wise than if you were doing like a construction to permanent product. But a single family, 100% yes. Duplex, 75% yes. All right. So Shanika, she came on board. Shanika, turn on your camera so we can see you. All right, let's get you on. What's up? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm trying to figure. I'm good.
I see you loud. I see you perfectly. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Matt?
I woke up this morning. God is the greatest.
You better tell him. You better tell him. I'm trying to get somewhere to park. You put me on the spot when you said, come on. I'm about to park right now.
Hey, that's what we do over here, baby. At MG Live at 5. We put people on the spot and tell them, come on with us.
It's all good. My experience was great. I was at the AR. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I hear you. I'm listening.
I was at the ARPB table with Imani.
Okay.
So my experience was great. It was so many people. You guys did an excellent job. We got an overwhelming amount of people at our table. Man, it was great. I can't wait to the next one. or
So
I can
tell the
shake your
people.
hand next time.
Nah, I'm sorry I missed you, Queen. I'm definitely next time. I'm gonna make sure I talk to all the vendors because I honestly, once I walked in that building, I got bombarded, and it was very
Right.
difficult for me to kind of move and shake the way I really wanted to. But definitely the next time we come to the Bay, we're gonna have another one out there. Definitely want to make sure I meet you. But tell me about your business. What exactly, you guys had a table at the Home Buying Expo. So what exactly were you guys promoting?
Basically, it's basically the chapter. You know how we weren't able to be realtors, till what is that? I think it was 1946, or I can't remember the numbers. I'm just a real estate agent, but I'm part of that chapter, and they just promoting the business as Black realtors. So
Mm.
we have a initiative to get 2 million Black home ownerships, Black home owners into home ownership.
No, that's important, and I think it's very important that that's something we're going to talk about on Rants and Gems today at 6 p.m. on Earn Your Leisure channel. Is why it's important that Black folks need to own real estate, especially the history of discrimination and racism in our country, especially towards Black people in housing. So it's very important that we promote home ownership, but I think it's very important, like you said, promoting being a realtor also. We need more people that look like us that are out there doing transactions, whether you're a realtor, a loan officer. We need more Black and brown folks like us in the business, not just in these metro cities where it's highly populated Black folks, but we need it nationwide because there's Black people everywhere. So I love that
Right.
initiative that you guys are out there doing, trying to push 2 million new homeowners and actually encouraging people to get their license and do transactions. So I think that's powerful, Queen.
Right. Yeah, it's the Associated Real Property Brokers, and it's not just for real estate agents. It's like you said, it's for if you a contractor, if you do different things. So we're trying to get all the Black business together.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So how can people tap in with your movement?
Go to ARPB website, Oakland chapter.
All right, tell them the website one time so they can hear you loud and clear.
It's the ARPB Oakland Realtors.com.
All right, guys, make sure y'all tap in with that. Shanika, thank you so much for your time. I know you're driving, you're on the road. I thank you for being a part of the Home Buying Expo tour. When we come back to Oakland, stay in tune with the emails and everything because we're probably going to announce the dates in the next 30 to 45 days. So I hope to see you there when we come back to the Bay Area.
Okay, stay blessed.
Thank you. Blessings. That was good, man. Shout out to all the realtors in the building. Shout out to all the loan officers in the building. MG Mortgage Academy is now available for you guys. Link is in the description after this video. All right, let's get a couple more questions because we got about 10 minutes before we got to jump off here. We got a production meeting at 5:30. So Aisha says, I have a son graduating from high school this year. Any advice for moves he can make while in college to be ready to buy a house when he graduates? Great question, Aisha. If your son is graduating from high school this year and he's going to college, so you probably got a good 3 to 4 years before he graduates and he's ready to really start buying real estate and stuff like that. So the best advice I can give anybody, even I tell my own children, I have a 16-year-old, 14-year-old, and a 7-year-old. So mainly with the 16 and 14-year-old, I tell them they got to study. They got to build their foundation, right? I would encourage your son to probably I would probably get him a part of EYL University because that way he has everything at his disposal since he's going to college. At EYL University, we not only do we talk about real estate, we're talking about stocks, crypto, we're talking about businesses, entrepreneurship, taxes. I mean, the whole nine long credit. I mean, we talk about everything at EYL University. So maybe get him a membership at EYL University. So that way now he can start building his foundation and start learning. So that way, by the time he graduates, he's going to have enough information. His foundation is going to be strong. He's going to have hopefully some discipline, and then he'll be able to achieve whatever goals that he wants to accomplish, whether it's buying real estate, whether it's investing in stocks or businesses. We're going to teach him the stuff that honestly college is not going to teach him. So I would probably highly recommend. Even my kids are in EYL University, and I make them take classes at after school curriculum. So I would encourage any parent to do that if you have teenagers or young college students, to get them on track, because the Department of Education is failing our children. It's very simple, to the most part. As far as the curriculum, I don't want to be disrespectful to teachers and stuff like that. That's not my intent. But I think the system is just set up for us to be workers and not entrepreneurs. And EYL University is going to teach your son or any kid how to really be an entrepreneur. Great question. Huh?
Got another one up.
Anthony Brown said, what's the 1% rule when you're buying a multifamily apartment complex? Well, typically, the 1% rule basically states that the gross rental income should be at least 1% of the sales price minimum. So if you're buying a $500,000 multifamily, your gross rental income should be at least $5,000. So that's the 1% rule. Now, in high cost states like New York, California, maybe DMV, things like that, places like that, the 1% rule is out of the window, right? I was talking to somebody on here yesterday. Go check the MG Live at 5 from yesterday. There was a gentleman on there, and he was buying a Yonkers for $1.8 million, and the rent was only, to both units, $10,000, right? So high cost state is not going to meet that 1%. High cost states like New York is more of supplementing your mortgage payments if you're living in the property more than cash flow. But that's a quick description of the 1% rule. Anthony Brown, good question. Good question. Anybody want to get on before I shut this off? We got 8 minutes. Link is pinned. So if you scroll up, link is pinned if you want to jump on live and have a live conversation with me. But we'll answer some more questions in the meantime, in between time. And
we got this from your MG.
Julio Lopez says, yo, MG, the National Fair Housing Alliance reaches settlement with Fannie Mae on rebuilding communities of color. That's pretty good. I got to research that. Maybe I'll talk about that on Rants and Gems at 6 p.m. today. Thank you for that heads up. Toddy Taylor says, don't have a question. Just wanted to thank you for all you do. My husband and I just bought our first multifamily. Shout out to Tati Taylor and her husband. Thank you, first of all, for supporting and tapping in with me. And congratulations on your first multifamily. We want to hear some numbers. Like, where did you buy at? What state you loan? Like, what's the cash flow? What's your ROI on this? What's your cash on cash return? What's going on with this multifamily, Tati? We want some more information. Talk to the people here. Who else we got into the meantime, in between time? Kimmy, hey Matt, will your company be dealing with NACA clients this year? We don't originally. You can only get a NACA loan from NACA themselves, but if you don't want to go through that whole process, me and my team were happy to help you. Garland Group at unmb.com. Put in the subject YouTube, email us. We're here to help and service you guys, okay? Use us as a resource. If you're looking to get pre-approved, if you're in contract, if you're looking to refinance, if you're in the current deal and you want a second opinion, put in the subject YouTube, attach that loan estimate, and give us the details in the body of the email, and we will reach out to you right away. We are here to help you. Use us as a resource. Let's get the investment guy on here. The investment guy, what's going on, my brother?
What's good, brother? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my brother. You look like you on the grind right now.
Yeah, I'm in my office right now. We're making it happen, man.
Where you from, bro?
I'm from Ohio, man. Lima, Ohio, in the building.
Shout out to Ohio in the building.
Yeah. So, quick question, man. Actually, I just want to give you some flowers up front. Now, I've been watching you for a minute, and I have acquired 4 multifamilies off of your program in the last 2 years. I started watching you on YouTube and stuff. But I got a real quick question for you.
Well, first of all, let's not breeze over that real quick. Hold on, bro. You said in the past 2 years, you acquired 4 properties. How many units total?
So I have I got 2 duplexes. I got 2 duplexes, 1 triplex and 1 fourplex. So
what's that? 7 plus 4, 11 doors?
11 doors right now. Yes, I'm at 11.
11 in the past 2 years.
Yeah. So my goal is to get to 25 this year. But I want to talk to you real quick about how do you go from So typically, so what happened is the first deal I did conventional because the owner wouldn't accept FHA. The other three deals I did as a what am I trying to say? I put them together, contracted outside of a realtor. I did the whole deal underground, basically. A private seller found the deals together. Where I'm at now is I'm trying to take. I own those three properties free and clear as far as the bank is concerned because I did owner finance, seller financing. That's what I was trying to say. I got
Okay.
a seller finance deal, so I have no debt on the record on those properties. My question is, how do I now scale from these four properties into bigger commercial properties without like what's that process to get into that commercial side of it? And my goal is to use my portfolio that I currently have to leverage up into those bigger deals.
Now, are you when you say you're trying to use your portfolio, are you trying to do cash out refinances and pull out equity out of those properties to use that now towards down payments on your first commercial building?
Yes. So my first conventional property I still have a mortgage on, but the other three, like I said, I did owner financing. So technically, like on the books, it looks like I own them free and clear. As far as you can understand what I'm saying. Like there's no.
Yeah, I got you.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I would probably say number one, if those properties have a substantial amount of equity where you can pull some capital out, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Then I would probably do that. Number two is you can partner up with other investors that you might have a good relationship with, family, friends, or whoever the case may be, where they might have some capital and you put your money together. Now, I find it easier, especially, collaboration is greater than competition at the end of the
Right.
day. So for me, when you want to scale up, I think the easiest way to start scaling up is start bringing in partners and you create a joint venture or some sort of business together where
JV.
you guys can put your money up together and buy, that 10 unit, that 15, 20 unit, or whatever it is, right? So that actually, and for me, I like that, especially when you're dealing with other investors who have other properties because they have skin in the game already. They're
Right.
not sitting out here a newbie who don't know what it is to invest. They understand the good, the bad, and the ugly of owning property. So I think those are the best partnerships to start forming because look, let's face it, there's so many people like you right now that might have 5 doors, 10 doors, whatever it is that want to go to that next level, but they might not have, if you're looking at $1 million commercial property, you need 25% down plus closing costs. You're
Right.
going to need 350 off top. And Lord, like don't let it need some damn rehab
Right.
and you got to clean up a unit. A unit can run you 20 to 40,000 to clean that shit up, depending on what type of repairs you need to do. So I would say partnerships, collaborations, syndication, all those type of things that you can start doing to really start scaling up your commercial business. It's not going to be easy because it's hard, especially right now where prices are, these cap rates are so low where it gets to a point where some of these commercial buildings really know your numbers.
Right.
The best advice I can give anybody going to commercial, know your numbers, know how to really analyze deals, know how to really do this stuff because what glitters ain't gold. And sometimes these buildings, when you start doing a deep dive into them, look, last year I had about 10 properties in contract, paid inspections and everything. And when you start getting into the numbers and then now they start giving you all the documents, the shit just doesn't work out.
Right.
It's just like, no, you guys lied on your listing, and now I done spent money on appraisals, and this is like the cap rates are so low, and it's not even giving me the cash on cash return that I desire to make a sound decision. So it's very difficult. I've made some very expensive mistakes last year, even for me, right? It happens to the best of us,
Yeah.
but you just got to keep going. So I would say, yo, make sure you really doing your numbers. Make sure you really got a good realtor team and you getting, especially if it's properties that are currently rented,
Yeah.
make sure you're getting real numbers from these people because these sellers, these current landlords, they're liars, and they
Yeah.
will sell
I
you
love
a
running
dream.
into that.
They'll sell you a dream, bro. They'll sell you a dream, and I got sucked into a couple like thinking like, all right, this is going to be legit, and then it's like, yo, come on, man, like this is BS. So run your numbers, but I would say the quickest way to scale, like with anything, is collaboration is greater than competition, my brother.
Quick. Can I get one more question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, question: all my properties currently I own in my own name, just because of kind of it made sense at the time, and I'm not real familiar with the LLC side of it. So, but looking forward, if I move my business and start buying properties in an LLC name, I hear that on the trying to burr a property, they look at the property differently as an LLC versus as an individual. Could you kind of just touch base on that real quick?
So when we're underwriting deals from a bank perspective, when we're looking at you personally, we're looking at your personal debt to income ratio, your W-2s, your tax returns, your personal DTI, right?
Right.
On LLCs, we're only looking at one thing. Well, two things. One, we got to run your credit because you got a personal guarantee, and we got to make sure that you're not a deadbeat. Number one, right? But second, and most important thing is your debt service coverage ratio. We have to make sure that property cash flows, and as long as that property cash flows, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to get approved for a mortgage in your LLC. And your LLC doesn't have to be established. It doesn't have to have established business credit for you to get a mortgage in it. All right. So that's very important for everybody to know. It does not have to be an established LLC. And it's very simple. Actually, I prefer doing deals personally for myself, for clients in LLCs, because it's a little bit more of a streamlined process and less paperwork compared to if I'm doing a conventional mortgage.
Okay. Definitely. All right, well, man, I appreciate you. I don't want to keep a whole bunch of time. Like I said, I just want to give you your flowers, man, because really the information that I've got from you and the EYL team has really kind of just taken my whole life to another level coming into 30 next year. So I'm excited. So
thank you. I appreciate that. Whatever I can do to help, man, feel free to email us at garlandgroup@unmb.com. Make the topic YouTube because that's what we spoke. And then, that way we can search it, find it, and we'll be happy to help you, brother.
Okay, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so we've been on here for 27 minutes. All right, we got to get the hell out of here. I want to thank everybody. How you get it to him by himself?
I moved.
Oh, you removed me by accident?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Tukes Productions. So when y'all see me talking or looking this way, I'm actually looking at Tukes because he's like right next to me. All right. So shout out to Tukes. Shout out to everybody else. Look, like as promised, I can only be on here for a short period of time. I gotta go. We got Rants and Gems, a live stream with my co-host Kiana Watson at 6 o'clock today on Earn Your Leisure's channel. Make sure you're tapping with that. It's a very important episode about Black history and housing discrimination in our country towards Black folks. Very important. Please watch this, share with your community. But I thank everybody for tuning in for MG Live at 5 today. Please like, share, comment on this video. And we're going to come back here tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring your questions, people, because I just found out today that IG banned me from going on IG Live. I can't even go on fucking IG Live right now for whatever reason. I don't know, but you know what? Who cares? We the party keep going. All right. We're over here on YouTube. So I'm coming on live every day because I'm banned on IG from going on live. So I got to be able to talk to my people some way, somehow. And one platform ain't going to stop it. One monkey don't stop the show. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all. Comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, garlandgroup@unmb.com. garlandgroup@unmb.com. If you have a deal in place and you want to work with me and my team, make the subject YouTube. Okay? And in the body of the email, tell me what you're trying to do. You're trying to refinance, you're trying to purchase, you got a current deal, you want a second opinion. If you want a second opinion, put that loan estimate attached to the email. Me and my team are here to help you guys. All right. Use us as a resource. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Check the playlist for a bunch of information on my YouTube channel. And again, today, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Rants and Gems live on Earn Your Leisure YouTube channel. All right. So love y'all. Have a great day. I'll see y'all tomorrow at MG Live at 5. All right, this is Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, but better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. Peace.
It's Matt G, making moves, flipping real estate. We building wealth, get your minds right and elevate. It's the Mortgage King, we do it truly, bro. Drop a gem like a thief up in the jewelry cell. Wealth building equity in real estate, the mission. Collaborate.